rise for the Honorable Judge Pointer.
You may be seated. In the court of law, justice is served. In the court of love, real ones find their soulmate. These singles are not here to play games. They're here to court or be courted. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is Courtship. Court is now in session.
Case 001 in Courtship.
Thank you very much, Bailiff Jamari. Alrighty, folks, we've gathered here today in the case of Val trying to find a real one, trying to get courted by a real one. We have Val here. Val, how you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Wonderful, I'm glad to have you here. I want you to share with the court what you are looking for in a real one.
What I'm looking for, so I want someone sweet who can keep up with me, who loves art and music and ultimately comedy.
Love that. You gotta love comedy. Yeah, it's important. Okay, now let's talk specifically about courting and courtship. Why do you feel you want to be courted?
I'm traditional. I'm from the Philippines. Like, yeah, where I'm used to being courted, being, you know, like modern dating, like does not suit me. I'm still like, I believe I'm a strong woman, but deep inside I'm like,
Princess.
yes.
Princess treatment. Yeah. The queens love princess treatment. Wow, who would have known? Okay, well, I'm excited because we have some contenders here. We have some real ones that are ready to state their case in this wonderful courtship experience. So I have Jesse, and I want Jesse to begin with his idea of a first date in the process of courting.
My idea of a first date would for us to be wining and dining at a nice restaurant. Then after that, we'll go to a park and walk around and look at nature. And then just like, you know, listen to some good music and relax.
Okay, so something chill.
Something chill, yeah, just to ease the date right in.
Okay.
And how much money do you think that would cost since the court?
It would cost about $40. No, I take that back. It would cost about $200.
Okay, better.
Now, how did you jump from 40 to 200?
Because I don't know, for some reason I just had the park in my mind, but I forgot about the expensive meals, which about like, what, $75 each?
You were just thinking about the park.
No.
So are you still going to the park?
Yes, we are, yes.
So park first, then expensive $75 person. What restaurant do you have in mind?
I'm thinking about Tao.
Tao? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Have you been there, Val?
Not yet, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, is it good?
Yes, they have some great food.
Okay, what do they have?
They have some nice steaks. They got some good ramen noodles.
All right.
They have shrimp. They have many great things on their menu, a variety of things.
That was a great way to summarize that. I was about to cut you off. Very good, sir. All right, let's go to our next real one, the next king that is stating his case in the case of Val. Where would you take this lovely lady on a first date?
I'd say we can go for a walk through a rose garden maybe, check out some art at a museum, get to know each other, walking around, see that, and then maybe go to a comedy show after.
I do like comedy.
I liked everything.
Now, Matt, what is the price range as the court would possibly sponsor this date?
I did the math, roughly about $100.
Okay, so we got $200, $100. Okay. This comedy show, do you have any more specifics on that?
Yeah, we'll go see a all-star lineup at one of the hot clubs in town.
Okay.
You know, we got to get the 2-drink minimum. They have food as well. So between all that and the tickets, you know.
About $100.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Val, have you gone on a date like that before?
No, actually.
Oh.
No one has, I do stand-up comedy, but no one has ever brought me to a comedy show.
Wow.
Yeah.
The creativity is relevant. Okay. Well, it turns out we actually have a third defendant, a third real one that would like to state his case. So I'm going to have that next defendant come in, and then you're going to have to make a decision. I'm going to help you make that decision because we need to narrow this thing down because it is a real one, not a real three. You can't take all three home. So let's get ready for defendant number 3. Alrighty, Val, you know what? We We got a third king for you, a black king at that. Janeiro, I want you to share your idea for this first date.
My idea for first date, starting with something simple, I'd probably say a Chili's meal for two. So Judge, I'm asking for $25.
$25. Val, how does a Chili's meal for two sound?
I'm actually craving Chili's right now.
Wow. Wow. That triple dipper, sponsor us Chili's. That triple dipper is no joke. Do you get the triple dipper?
I will this time around. I haven't tried it yet.
Okay. What do you normally get from Chili's?
I was gonna get whatever Val wanted, probably get some fries for myself, but I figure, $25 leaves a little bit of room.
Okay, that's interesting. All right. Well, Val, I might have to help you decide as judge, but you have three contenders. You have three defendants defending their case for your heart in this courtship setting. What are you thinking?
I really like Matt because I think he listens and not a lot of men listen.
Wow.
So I
me.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
And I am craving Chili's right now, so I think Sinead read my mind.
I knew it.
And then for Jesse, you didn't even look at me when you walked in the courtroom.
Your beauty was so astonishing for me.
Shut up. You have to look
but
at beauty.
You know what? I promise I'll make it up to you. I'll take you to go see Kathy Griffin and Chelsea Handler. How about that?
Double, the feminist combo. What do you think?
Oh my God, you're making this hard for me.
Well, I'll help you out as Judge Pointer, as the people affectionately call him. Jesse, eye contact is important, and I know although her beauty was so radiant, it might have blinded you, but were you a little nervous? Are you going to be nervous?
I was a little bit nervous, but to be honest with you, I won't be nervous for the second part. I think it was just
for the date.
The date, yeah.
Okay. She did state she liked comedy and stuff. Why didn't you shift your date to accommodate her interest?
I don't know. I wanted to do something like cozy, fine dining, but now that she mentioned comedy and I really want to break the ice and I really want to get this date really bad, I said, why not throw in Kathy Griffin and Chelsea Handler date tickets? Why not? I'm in it to win it. You know what I mean?
Now, so what is the cost of your date? You jumped from 40 to 200. Now we're throwing in Kathy and Chelsea.
How about block out the dinner and just keep the two shows, put one show. So I'll keep one show. I'm going to make it Chelsea Handler and then the park after, or the park before, then Chelsea Handler. That's it. So we'll make it 200 there. Bam.
He said, bam. Wow. Val.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with no. So I thank you, Jesse, for coming, but your case is dismissed. Bailiff, let's escort him out.
I tried.
Thank you very much.
Come on,
let's
Jesse.
escort him out. Yeah. It's a real one, folks. It's a real one. Alrighty, folks. We have just seen Jesse go bye-bye, but I've got Matt and I've got Chinedu, and they're ready to state their case for date number 2. Let me start with Val, though. Val, Jesse, you could have been Jesse's girl. So for him to depart, are you feeling some type of way, or are you happy with your choice?
I'm happy with my choice.
Okay. Yeah, I think these two kings are ready to go. So I want to start with Matt. Matt, idea for date number 2. State your case.
I'd say after a successful first date, we get to know each other and have a good night out. I'd say we go into a board game cafe, play some games and challenge each other. And I'm bad at them, so it'll be vulnerable for me.
It's okay. I'm bad at those too, so it'll be horrible for both of us.
Yeah, we'll
Horrible
teach
for
each
both.
other.
Doesn't sound very positive. But state this. How much is that costing? How much do you want the court to sponsor that?
I don't think it's too much. It's like $30, $40.
You said like 30, 40. We need a little more specific. You came to court ready to state your case.
I might have to pay for parking, so we'll call it 40.
Okay. Where is this located?
There's a couple spots around, a couple game stores,
Okay.
Go and play.
Okay. Have you been there before?
Yeah, I window shopped.
Okay.
I said I would maybe one day go with a nice lady.
It's the nice lady. Okay. All right. Let's swing it over. Shinedu, your second date idea, and how much is it costing the court?
All right, so after a good first date at Chili's, I want to turn things up a little bit. I'm thinking of paint and sip. So I'll sip and you can paint, Val. And Judge, I'm asking for $70 for this event.
Things are starting to add up in your date journey. Have you done a paint and sip before?
I've done a lot of sipping, but no, I haven't mixed the two yet.
Val, have you done a paint and sip before?
I'm actually a painter.
Oh,
So I have hosted paint and sips.
wow.
Yeah.
And you've done both painting and sipping.
I have.
Oh.
Definitely.
Okay. Janetu, why haven't you done a lot of painting though? That kind of concerns me that you're so adamant about sipping.
Yeah, I'm not very good at the like the art that requires my hands. I like art. I consider myself an artist, but mine's more, music and such. So I usually stay away from the painting and the drawing and all that stuff. But sipping is right up my alley.
Is that okay for you?
We could have just gone to a bar if he just wants to sip.
That was
But
that's
I
you
want
know,
to
I'm
watch.
like,
I want to watch you do something artistic because you're a painter, and I felt that. So, I decided, why not mix the two?
nice attempt. Yeah. All right, Matt, I do want to swing it back to you as it was on my mind in terms of your board game cafe. That rate of a 30 to 40. Are there drinks involved? Is there food involved? Is date 2 literally just games?
Yeah, we'll play some games. Need some money to put the coins in the machines for the arcade games and other board games admission. And yeah, there's one I've been to. There's drinks and snacks, so it's reasonably priced. So
And that's all in the $40 range. That includes parking.
Yeah.
I guess it would be $10 parking.
For some arcade games at the place, you just put in some quarters. So it's just a couple bucks.
Okay. Val, are you okay with on date 2 no meal? I'm guessing involved is just some drinks and some playing. Are you okay with that?
I think I'm okay with it. I think.
What's the hesitation?
No, because like when I think of an arcade, I haven't been to an arcade in like 10, 15 years. So that's why I'm like, I think I'll be a virgin again if I see those pinball machines, So that's what I'm thinking. I'm not even thinking about the food. I'm like thinking like, do I still know how to play pinball
Yeah, only one way to find out.
if we go?
Can you teach her, Matt?
No.
You can't teach her how to play pinball?
You just press a button. I don't know. I'll try as well.
Wow. Some teaching may have to occur on date 2 because it looks like, Val, you may have to teach Chinedu how to do a little painting.
Yeah, you
perhaps.
can teach me how to paint. I'll teach you some things.
What are you gonna teach me?
Yeah, that seemed a little suspicious.
I'm sure he knows how to sip, right? Everybody knows, but I'll find something to teach you. I'll teach you how to be I don't know, I'll watch you really well. That I can promise. But everyone knows how to
Painting is
sip.
boring. You're gonna watch me paint.
I'll
the
try it.
strokes
No,
right
I'll
there.
definitely try it, but you just have to promise not to judge me because I cannot paint.
I only do the judging. So that's
Yeah, we
okay.
have a judge already.
But it looks like we have 2 somewhat valid dates. I have my opinions, but I obviously want my queen to speak on the 2 dates. So the board game, cafe, little dinner, no, lack of dinner. What's up with that?
No, it's like I've just never. The only board game I ever loved was Monopoly. Everything else I suck at board games, like Scrabble. No, I'm like last place all the time, so I can't do board games. But the paint and sip, like I do love painting. If you just want to sip while
it's
I
a more
paint,
chill vibe, You don't have to, win any games or worry about losing. It's just paint, enjoy yourself. Music playing, I'm sure. It's a good vibe.
well, you better be the one singing while I'm painting.
Yeah, I'll
Is that
give
a
you some.
deal?
Yeah, okay.
Can you sing?
No, but after some sipping,
Brother don't paint, he
maybe.
don't sing. What do you do?
Maybe. Huh?
Except sip?
Maybe after
Oh.
he sips, that's when he
Oh,
starts
after
A
singing.
little bit of sipping, yeah. Who
Okay.
knows, but.
All right, let loose. Yeah. I think I'm ready to make my decision based on the Queen's answers. I'm sure she will agree. Matt, you were doing great for date 1. We were ready to sponsor that. But date 2, you're kind of falling through on me. I think the board game ideology, depending on what the game is specifically, she struggles with pinball. We don't really want her to go back to being a virgin, as she stated. I don't know why she used that term. But for you, it would just be a lot of pressure, I feel, and I don't really want to put you through that. Is there any other date 2 idea that you have before I dismiss you from the court?
There's a movie theater right down the street from the board
No,
game.
no, that's not going to work. Yeah, movies in the initial dating stage, I'd say at least, what would you say, three dates, no movies, maybe? What?
Going 5.
Going 5.
5.
Okay, yeah. Do you understand why movies for first couple dates, 5 dates is not the best idea, Matt?
I don't know. I like.
And that's why you're single. Okay. So the reason is because you can't really get to yap it up. You don't get to talk, right? And in those initial dating stages, this is courtship, right? So as you're courting, you want to be able to get to know the person, right? Yeah, so movies don't really allow that. And there are bozos that talk in movie theaters and they get contacted by the Black Karen here. But at any rate, I think I'm going to have you dismissed from the court. I thank you, but your case is dismissed. Thank you, sir.
Matt, come this way. Do you remember her name? Go. Go ahead.
Folks, we've made it. It is date 3 time. Chinedu, the Black King, has made it through. We love to see you victorious at the end of the day. All kings, don't sue me. But it's so exciting because Val, you're with Chinedu. How do you feel from the moment he came in to now? Are you feeling some chemistry?
Sorry, something got caught in my throat.
Maybe love.
But yeah, he came in with confidence. He's funny. He's made me laugh. So I think I'm liking it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Chinedu, it's time for you to state date 3. State your case for date number 3.
Okay, so date 3, I think we can make things even more interesting. First date was Chili's, not too expensive. It was mostly just so we could get to know each other and talk.
$25.
Second date, we got a little bit, it was only $25. Second date, we got a little bit more artsy. You got a little bit more artsy. I got a little bit more loose.
Drunk.
It was cool. But we got a chance to get to know each other even more. Third date, I think it's time for a real culinary experience. I want to, do the whole, I want to make a feast at home. I want $200 judged so we can just kind of go all out and make an exquisite meal at home together.
$25 for Chili's, $70 for paint and sip. That's $95. And now you want $200. That's almost $300.
Yeah, it's a lot to ask for, but I think it'll be worth it. You got to go hard for that third time. You got to really, show what you got.
Hard. Val, I'm curious your thoughts initially on just him cooking for you at his home, I presume. Do you have a home? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Just making sure some get creative. Val, your thoughts?
That's actually the sweetest thing anyone could ever do for me is to cook for me. Because I can't cook. I'm giving you a heads up right now. I am a horrible.
Let me take care of it. I'll take care of it. I got you.
Okay, I'll do the painting. You'll do the cooking.
Yeah, I sat back while you painted. Now you can sit back while I cook.
And
Yes.
sip. And sip.
What are you gonna cook?
I need more details, yeah.
I can make a mean steak. I can make some salmon. I can find some really good wine for us. We can, if you want to get fancy, we get some caviar. I don't know, we can get.
Well, this is you just asked for $200. Now be careful here.
Okay, maybe just steak. And if you don't like steak, we can do salmon and then some wine. I think that's pretty reasonable for $200.
Okay.
That sounds okay to you?
That sounds amazing to me.
For $200. Okay, so I need specifics because we're trying to help you connect and things like that, but you're kind of reaching at some things. So I need specifics. Is it steak and salmon or steak or salmon?
I like steak, but I wanted to give the option for salmon as well because I didn't want to assume that you would also like
What
steak.
would you prefer, Val?
Salmon.
Oh,
I figured, see,
okay.
so.
Save some money. Okay. And then what sides are we talking about? All of this will determine.
Sure, yeah. Mashed potatoes and gravy could be a side. We could have stir fry Brussels sprouts roasted, drizzled with some, some olive oil and some spices. There's a lot of
Order me some of that. Order me some of that. Order me some. Okay, no, for real. Okay, it's sounding pretty appetizing. Now the wine selection. What are we talking about? You said some wine. Do you drink, Val? I think that's
do.
important. Okay, so the paint and sip. You actually sipping like him. What are we talking about here?
Okay, so the wine part is going to be a little harder for me because I typically don't even really like wine. I like tequila, but I figured to set the scene, maybe wine would go better. So I was just going to honestly choose an expensive wine.
Expensive wine.
Just
But
gonna
still
go
in
by the
budget.
price. Yeah, still within the budget. Whatever I had left, I was going to get some wine.
You were just going to go to the grocery store
Yeah,
and just pick
whatever.
a random wine.
Well, if it's expensive, it's got to be decent, right? I don't know. I'm not a wino, but yeah.
Okay, not a wino. That's a positive. Jamari, this is a tough one. This is a tough one.
I'm not believing him.
You're not believing?
I'm not believing him.
What about what's not believable?
You said you did the paint and sip, right?
Oh, I did the sip and she did the paint. Yeah.
You were just sipping on tequila the whole time.
Well,
That was
I
a red
see.
flag. I was.
Touche. Well, yeah, you can sip on some tequila.
That's wild.
But
That's wild.
Yeah,
it was a short paint and sip.
I'm a little alarmed with that. We do have to go a little deeper and then we'll make our decision. But do you have issues with abusing Grandpa's cough medicine?
Not issues, but I enjoy it from time to time.
Time to time. How often is time to time?
Okay, well, how did we get on cough medicine? What is?
A euphemism, if you will, for alcohol.
Oh, really? I thought cough syrup was
Cough medicine. Grandpa's
scissor.
cough medicine.
Okay.
Yeah, no, none of the scissor.
Okay.
We'll leave that to Lil Wayne in the future.
No, I like it. I have fun whenever the time comes. I had never been to a paint and sip, so I didn't know what they were serving. Usually when they give you the wine, you just assume that it's good wine. I didn't have to choose it, right? Like, I'll take whatever's given to me, but if I'm gonna choose, then I know my selection, but otherwise I just kind of assume, make educated judgments.
Okay. Val, I want to put it in your hands. It's not in my hands. It's not in Jamari's hands. This final third date, this would total up to about $300 for date 1, 2, 3. What do you want to do?
No, now I'm worried about the alcohol. How much do you drink?
I'm making it sound like I'm an alcoholic. That's not even the
You
case.
emphasize sipping in paint and sip.
That's true because I don't paint, so I just had to, go the other route. But we don't even have to drink any alcohol at all. We can do a
Okay.
paint and eat. We can have hors d'oeuvres, paints and hors d'oeuvres. We'll do that.
Is that the same price of $70 though?
Yeah, we'll keep it.
Okay, we'll keep it on budget. Okay. Val?
Hey, I love a guy who can cook.
So I guess my final decision in this matter of Chinedu and Val, I'm going to sponsor your date. So your case has been cleared. We can clap it up for him, folks. I appreciate his efforts. We do appreciate that. Okay. So we'll sponsor the first date. Val, actually, you can leave the stand and go with your king, and we'll sponsor those dates. We'll make it
Awesome.
happen. Yeah, if we get to date number 3. Yeah, but all right, you're good to step out. Very good, Val.
Thank
you so much.
you.
Yeah, that was great. Great stuff. Whew, courtship, folks. You never know what you're going to get.
Right over here.
Congratulations. Congratulations. We'll sponsor that. Make it to date 1. Hopefully, Chili's will be open. Chili's has some issues sometimes where they just close randomly.
Chili's ain't got alcohol.
They don't.
That brother drinking.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Drink.
May not be enough. Folks, courtship. We helped Val and Chinedu connect, and we are more than willing to sponsor their first dates. Jamari, are we pleased with case number 1?
I'm pleased with it, not happy with it.
Okay, why not happy?
I feel like Chili's not gonna have enough alcohol for that, man.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, Chili's sponsor us regardless. And folks, we hope that you will subscribe, like, comment, and share. We'll see you on the next episode. Goodness gracious. I guess I've been doing what Chinedu has been doing. I will catch you on the next episode of Courtship. Thank you.